All right, so today we're diving into the bare-knuckle boxing era,
You.
a time when, fighters were as tough as they come,
Absolutely.
and we're going to talk about someone you may not know,
Okay.
Joe Choynski, the California Terror, a true legend.
I've heard the name, but I don't know too much about him.
Yeah, and his story is really intertwined with some of the biggest names in boxing.
Wow.
So let's start with Joe Choynski himself. Born in San Francisco, 1868.
Okay.
And the thing is, he never weighed more than 176 pounds, but he was fighting heavyweights
Oh, wow.
regularly.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, these guys were significantly bigger than him.
Right.
And we're talking bare-knuckle boxing.
Oh, wow.
No gloves, just raw power grit.
That's insane.
I know. And, he was known for toughening his fists by soaking them in pickling vats.
It's tickling vats.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
It was common practice back then.
Really?
Yeah, the brine solution hardened their skin, so their knuckles were less likely to break during a fight.
Oh, wow.
It's just crazy the level of toughness these guys had.
Yeah, you don't hear about that today.
Yeah, you don't.
So what makes Choynski so important then, besides the pickling vats? I mean...
Well, aside from just being incredibly tough and fighting all these bigger guys,
Yeah.
he's also got this really interesting connection to Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. Okay, yeah, now we're talking
Yeah.
first African-American heavyweight champion.
Exactly, a pivotal figure in boxing history.
Yeah, for sure.
And Choynski played a part in that.
Really? How so?
Okay, so picture this. 1901, Galveston, Texas.
Right.
Young Jack Johnson is coming up, making a name for himself,
Yeah.
and he comes up against Joe Choynski,
Oh, wow.
seasoned veteran, right?
Yeah.
And Choynski knocks him out in 3 rounds.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he beat Jack Johnson.
He did, but there's a twist.
Oh, there's a twist? Okay, I like twists.
They both end up in jail.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because prize fighting was illegal in Texas at the time.
Oh, so they get arrested for fighting.
It
Even
can.
though, one of them won fair and square.
I know, right?
Crazy Wild West stuff, huh?
Yeah, basically.
So they're in jail together. Okay, what happens
Well,
next?
this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
So they're stuck in a cell together,
Yeah.
right? And Choynski sees potential in Johnson, and he starts teaching him
Teaching him what?
the finer points of boxing.
Oh, wow.
Think about it being stuck in a cell with this bare-knuckle legend,
Yeah.
getting lessons from him.
It's like a movie.
It really is.
So like a Rocky story, right?
Yeah, totally.
Wow, so Choynski mentors him.
He does.
That's amazing.
And people who saw Johnson fight after his time in jail, they noticed a big difference.
Really?
Yeah, his technique had improved significantly
Huh. Because of Choynski.
because of Choynski.
Yeah. So he had a direct impact on him becoming champion.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
And, Jack Johnson, he always credited Choynski with helping him refine his skills.
Well, there you go.
So you can see how this chance encounter, even though it landed them in jail, really changed the course of boxing history.
It really
You
did.
think about it.
I do think about it. Yeah, and it makes me wonder, how many other stories like that are out there?
Oh, I'm sure there are tons.
People who made a difference, but we don't know their names.
Exactly.
Hidden figures.
Right. And it's not just the Johnson connection that makes Choynski interesting.
Oh, right. He fought a bunch of other big names too, didn't he?
He did. He fought some of the biggest names of his era.
Like who?
Well, like John L. Sullivan,
Oh, wow.
the last bare-knuckle heavyweight champion,
Yeah.
and James J. Corbett, who took the title from Sullivan.
Oh, wow. Those are huge names.
Yeah, any boxing fan would know those guys.
Yeah.
And he even went 20 rounds with James J. Jeffries, who
Oh.
later became heavyweight champion.
20 rounds bare knuckle.
Can you imagine?
I can't even imagine one round.
And remember, he was doing all this while being significantly lighter than most of his opponents.
Right. He was fighting up in weight the whole time.
Yeah.
And he was still going 20 rounds with these guys.
It's incredible.
That's stamina. That's just pure toughness.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's that connection to Jack Johnson that really solidifies his place in history.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Years later, Johnson was interviewed,
Okay.
and they asked him about the hardest hitters he'd faced.
Oh, wow.
And he named Choynski as one of the most powerful punchers he'd ever encountered.
Really?
Yeah, he put him right up there with James J. Jeffries.
Jeffries was known for his knockout power, right?
Yeah, he was a legendary puncher.
And Johnson saying Choynski hit just as hard.
Yeah, if not harder.
Wow.
In fact, Johnson ranked Choynski as the hardest puncher of the last 50 years.
The last 50 years. Wow.
Even above Jack Dempsey.
Oh, wow. That's high praise.
It is coming from a guy like Jack Johnson.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
really makes you think, how different boxing history might be without that chance meeting. You know,
It does.
would Johnson have become the champion he was without Choynski's guidance?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I don't know the answer, but it's definitely
Yeah.
something to think about.
It is. It really highlights the importance of those mentors. The people behind the scenes shaping the champions we know.
Yeah, they don't always get the recognition they deserve.
No, they don't, but they're crucial.
So yeah, if you're interested in boxing history, I encourage you to dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
Look for those unsung heroes.
The ones who might not have been champions themselves, but
Yeah, but who helped shape the champion.
yeah.
You might be surprised by what you find.
You probably would be.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking us on that deep dive.
Oh, anytime. I love these stories.
Me too.
I think they're fascinating.
Yeah, and they remind us that there's always more to learn.
Exactly.
Always more to discover.
Absolutely.
All right, until next time.
See ya.
Bye.